Welcome to the Hillsborough Historian. My name is Rex, and let us see what the terrier is serving up with his history on a platter. Today's topic is the HHS Alma Mater. Most of us are familiar with this plaque at HHS stating that a teacher and some students created the Alma Mater in 1923. We know that we got some problems because Plant High School mentioned in the Alma Mater did not exist until 1927. So what really happened? A close examination will show that our alma mater is borrowed from Princeton's The Orange and the Black, written by Princeton alumni Clarence Mitchell way back in 1889. Now, if it makes you feel any better, a lot of schools have taken Princeton's alma mater and modified it to reflect their colors, their mascots, and their rivals. There were so many, I just had to stop researching at some point, but here are just a few to look at. So let's bust into the old HHS archives, see what we can figure out. And we can ascertain a little bit more meaning by doing a side-by-side analysis with Hillsborough's alma mater and that of Princeton. All right, I promise I'm not going to sing, all right, but you should know that our alma mater is written in what's called double common, so it alternates between 8 syllables and 6 syllables per line. There's 3 stanzas. Let's look at the first one. First stanza will define Princeton and its rivals by colors using flowers. Yale is the violet's dark blue. Harvard is the crimson rose. Princeton is a lily, specifically a tiger lily, orange and black. This is what is meant by owning the lily's slender. And that the tiger will stand defender of the orange and the black. This is about respect. This is about honor. When the Princeton alma mater was written, the big 3 were Yale, Harvard, and Princeton, and they ruled college football. Hillsborough may have kept the term Yale in her alma mater out of respect to this guy, Ernest L. Robinson, who was a very popular principal in the early 20th century. So if you're a terrier to make this work, you got to change it around. You get rid of that whole Harvard thing and you talk about plant. Early renditions of our alma mater used Duval. Now it says sturdy sons because remember Princeton was not co-ed, so all the students were male. Duval was a school in Jacksonville and it was HHS's great rival, but it ceased to exist in 1927. At about that same time, of course, another high school will pop up in Tampa, and that is Plant. And this is where the great rivalry with Plant High begins. So all we have to do is change around some colors, make sure that we include our terrier and defending the dear old red and black. And the first stanza pretty much looks like ours now. The second stanza is even easier. You change college to high school. You will see some early versions talk about 3 years, but in the modern era of Hillsborough High School, it is 4 years of high school. And of course, change Hillsborough at the bottom and include red and black. The final stanza is even easier. You just change orange and black to red and black, and you wind up with this. Ann Cook would be proud. It's pretty much our alma mater, a little bit plagiarized, a little bit modified, but it is ours at this point. But what's it all mean? The first stanza is talking about defining ourselves by comparing ourselves to other schools, our colors. We are terriers, we want respect, we will give respect, we will be honorable. The second stanza talks about life at high school. We are trying to cast the spell of knowledge. We're trying to learn, and we're looking at our athletic victories. So here is life during our high school years. The final stanza talks about life after high school. Our hair is turning gray. False fortune is falling away. But we can look back at dear old Hillsborough and be glad. And I like to think that hopefully we can use some of the lessons we learned about competition, being in a club, how we dealt with others, and about diversity. Perhaps we're using some of the things we learned in high school to deal with our current problems later in life. So look around Hillsborough High School. Do you see any lilies? Probably not, but look really, really close. Look up, and there, do you see it? Fleur-de-lis. That would be French for lily flower. And if you continue to look up, you'll see this shield, which may look familiar, as it is almost identical to the shield of Princeton University. Well, as the plagiarists like to say, parting is such sweet sorrow. That's their words, not mine. If anybody ever asks, make sure you tell them our alma mater is modified, not plagiarized. And please like, share, and subscribe. Take care of each other, and as always, go Big Red.